On today's show, we're going to upset some people if you've got a Ford Bronco reservations, and we got a lot of details that nobody has right now, and this one hurts. This one really hurts. My name is David Lloyd. I'm an auto journalist, and I just love the Ford Bronco. So if you're a fan of the Ford Bronco, give me a subscription and a smash, man. We do all kinds of fun stuff with it. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Well, we're deep in commodity issues. That's right. You know, it's been no secret the Ford Bronco has had all kinds of issues, whether it be chip issues or just, you know, Sasquatch issues, hardtop issues, especially hardtop issues. They've just been all kinds of issues with this thing because, well, unfortunately, Ford had the honor to release a brand new platform during a pandemic. That's right. By no fault of Ford's, the things were in motion. They just had to keep going. And, well, it's just created all kinds of problems, and I think Ford was overly excited by the amount of reservations they got, and probably should have shut the reservations down a couple months after they were going. So I'm not going to give Ford a pass on any of this that you're about to hear, but there are a lot of issues that are out of their control. So let's get into what is going on. So Ford has, for model year 23, has had some hard decisions to make. If you've been following our live streams or Ford Bronco Talk Live, you'll know I've said for many months now that at some point Ford is going to cut off your reservation. They can't keep dealing with the problems, and it's a headache, and it dings the company. And do you take your lumps now, or you just keep getting punched in the face? Well, I think Ford is ready to take their lumps now, as I predicted was going to happen. And well, the commodity issues, all these reservations, they're taking their toll on the Ford Bronco, and they've kind of had enough. Now, that does not mean that they're about to get rid of the Bronco. Whoa, no, I'm not insinuating that at all. But they are about to kind of scale down a few things. So I'm going to pop some notes up here. We're going to go into it deeper, and we'll go from there. So first off, commodity note. Allocations will have 1 month to schedule within commodity controls to be eligible for pull-ahead allocations. So what are these issues? Well, we do know that hardtops are still an issue. Last I seen on some inside info, I think that about 67% can be built for hardtops, but it's not 100% just yet. So obviously two-door guys, you know, they're only hardtops, so that's a priority for Ford if you've got a two-door. But there are things like the Sasquatch package. I do know that Goodyear is having all kinds of problems keeping up with the demand for those tires. The new Wranglers, and you know, Ford put this special thing where it can't say Wrangler on the outside of the tire. It has to say just Goodyear. That's another complication done by Ford, and I understand that, but they're just having all kinds of issues keeping up with that because they're not the only one that uses that tire. The new Hummer EV uses that tire. The TRX uses that tire, and I believe there's one more that's using that tire. So, and it's a tire if you've ever tried to go replace, go to your local tire store and see if you can find it. It's damn near impossible to find. You almost have to go to a dealership to find that tire. So that is a big commodity issue, is just the tires themselves. And you're probably thinking, what? I go to the tire store and they always have tires. Remember, specialness to that tire, especially for the Bronco. Now, conduct one scheduling month to schedule all deficit retail orders within the commodity limitations, which means they're going to contact you and try to get a hold of you. So be paying attention to your phone calls that you might get from your dealership. Look for emails. Check your spam box on this one because you're going to want to. If you haven't got your reservation just yet, your dealer should be contacting you, trying to adjust. Hey, do you want your Bronco? This is how you can get it. If not, you're going to be waiting, and then there's no guarantee when you're going to get it. Any unscheduled allocations at the end of February scheduling month will be removed. I just told you that. They're done. They're going to remove. So if you if you have any unscheduled allocations at the end of the month, Ford is done. And what that means is don't be 99 in your order. They're done with that. They cannot continue to keep, you know, kind of piecemealing Broncos together. They have to at some point. Here's what we can build, and we're going to build those. Now, I know this might be a bummer to some because yes, there's a lot of commodity issues. The Lux package especially, I know that's just been a huge microchip issue for the brand. And you know, they made a move. They wanted to, like, for even speakers, they were trying to make moves. Oh, we're going to make our people happy. We're going to give them all a sub. Well then, like a month later, oh no, we can't do that. Like, Ford is trying everything, I think, in their power to build Broncos under the constraints they have. And remember, Ford does not build the parts for these things. They're just an assembler. They do stamping, and they do assembly, and that's about it. As far as the axles, everything, that's all out of house, and it's all not under Ford's control. So we all know there's labor shortages still. How in the current economic situation that we're in, is there labor shortages? I don't know, but they're still having labor shortages, and we even know for deliveries of these things, they're hard to get delivered because people are freaking out about that all the time. But so record any debt overages. Allocations provide to your dealerships for further model years. Mid-February to early March equals schedule retail orders within regular commodity controls. Sweep, and let's say that, sweep remaining unscheduled allocations. Get your broom out. It's time to get rid of these things. And once again, I've said this for quite a while that this was coming, and unfortunately, you know, I really feel for the late reservation holders, because, you know, Ford is done. There's no rhyme to reason, it seems like, how they pull reservations, but I think for some of the later reservation holders, this is where it's going to really, you've been waiting over a year now, you might have to just put in a new order. So, and I think that's what Ford's trying to do. Option 3, take no options. So if you want to hang in there, man. Take your lumps. You know, you're out there, you're dodging these commodity restraints, and you think you're Rocky Balboa, and then, well, Clubber Lang comes out and knocks you down. So not risk being produced in 2023 and missing out on private offers and transition offers. Take these notes as you will. I'm not going to break every word of this down, but just take those as you will. Yeah, so they're basically saying, hey, if you don't like move your order around a little bit and maybe adjust, there's probably no 23 for you, because guess what? We're in January. The scheduling for probably 23s is going to end around September, maybe October, and then they're kicking into 24s, and that's a long period of them to try to finish up these reservation holders and give dealers something. Remember, dealers need orders too. I know Ford's been great about it, and I commend them for the last quarter of going, hey, we're just doing reservations and that's it. No more retail orders. And well, at some point they do have to give dealerships the ability to order Broncos again. So take these notes as you will. Option 4, if you're a Wildtrak guy, you're going to really love this one. Wildtrak changes to Badlands, Big Bend, or Outer Banks. And they're going to remove the SAS package, the MIC, the Lux, and give you a $2,500 voucher, and you'll get scheduled. Did you hear that? Let's repeat that. You can be changed to a Badlands, Big Bend, or Outer Banks, and you're going to be removing that Sasquatch MIC top, Deluxe, and you're going to get a $2,500 voucher, and you're going to get scheduled. Now, I think what they're going to do with Wildtrak, I think down the road they just do away with it. And I've said this, between the Wildtrak and the base, I know I always upset people with this, but there's a lot of redundancies, and Wildtrak especially. Yeah, you get carpet floors instead of the washout floors, but it's basically a Badlands without the sway disconnect, and you know, it was supposed to be a loaded out version of this thing. Well, with Raptor, I don't think they need it anymore, and I think you're going to slowly, they don't ever have a parade when these things go away, but I think they're going to get rid of Wildtrak. But those things are going to get you scheduled. Once again, remove the SAS, MIC, and Lux, and you'll get a $2,500 voucher, and you'll get scheduled. If you do not have a Wildtrak, then remove these options. Option 2 is to buy another Ford or get a $2,500 voucher. We live in strange times. We do live in strange times, and I know I'm going to see it in the comments. You guys, some of you are going to be very upset about some of these notes, and they are what they are. Now, granted, I didn't get all of what the dealerships are going to see. I think around sometime next week, the dealerships are going to officially get this notice to start spreading out, and it is what it is. I do feel for my Bronco friends that you've not gotten one of these yet. I say they are worth it. But I think by now a lot of people would understand if you've just moved on to another vehicle. Maybe your lifestyle's changed, and well, you know, your vehicle needs have changed. I will say though, I love mine. I always feel guilty for having one because we made some changes and still got one in 21, and it's just been a bummer. I've seen all of our friends in the shows, the live shows, starting to get them, and it made me so happy. And I was hoping the parts and commodity restraints were over, but it doesn't look like it is. So in the comments below, let me know what you think. Do you think all these notes that I've shared are something? I've confirmed some of this stuff, so of course I'll never give my sources away, but it is legit. So whether it be 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, or these Broncos that everybody wants to drive, this has been your All-Terrain Nation. I'm your host, David Boyd, and we sadly are out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all.